Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie, aka the Notorious B.I.G., had a very famous line that I like. It goes, your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Now, once you analyze this line here, you will notice the double entendre, meaning the double meaning behind the line, behind that sentence, right? Biggie was talking about the fact that once you waste or you don't utilize your mind properly, it will inevitably go to waste. You're going to waste your mind if you're not going to use it properly, right? It means that it's actually, your mind is actually a good thing. However, if you're not going to use it in the proper way, right, it becomes a terrible thing, you see. And that's the double entendre. You should not waste your mind. The mind is a tool. The mind, unfortunately, it's a tool that does not come with an instruction manual. So we usually are not taught to use it properly, and we just move along in life, doing whatever with the mind and not utilizing it in the proper manner. And so in that way, it becomes a terrible servant. It becomes a terrible tool, right? And so this is exactly what Biggie was talking about, that if we do not utilize it, then it will become a terrible servant. But on the flip side, it's that once you utilize your mind well, once you put effort into utilizing it and just generally using it properly, it's definitely going to serve you well, right? And like I said, it does not come with a manual. Our minds do not come with a manual. We have to figure things out as we grow, as we count the days, as the days goes by, is when we find out about how we actually work, how our minds work, and how we can best utilize it. But this also comes with the fact that we have to be, in the meantime, as we are trying to do and trying to figure out how our minds work, we have to be using and utilizing our time well and making the right choices, right? Once we are able to make the right choices, then it's exactly when we figure out how to best utilize the mind. But then life is not linear. Life does not go in a straight line. Life is supposed to be ups and downs. There are times where we won't utilize our times well, especially when we're into our teens and into our early 20s and all that. So this means that we're going to make mistakes, but then again, our minds are there so that we learn from these mistakes. We learn how to rectify these mistakes, and that's also a power in itself, right? Now, if we're not going to learn from these mistakes, then we're just going back to creating a terrible mind and wasting it, right? I should say, yes, we are going to make mistakes. We are supposed to make mistakes, but learning from these mistakes is what prepares us to better understand our minds. And like I said, it's unfortunate that our mind does not come with an instruction manual. So it's the best tool that we have, but it does not come with an instruction manual. But our experiences in life can guide us, right? This thought comes after the fact that at times we do not have people in our lives that can actually guide us towards the things that we prefer to do or we want to do with our lives, right? Though yes, there may be mentors, there may be people who motivate us, there may be people who inspire us, but the main reason we also have a physical body, right, is to navigate life itself, right? Once you navigate life, means that you go out there and socialize, you go out there and create a life, you go out there to mingle, you go out there to hustle, right? The more you do of this, instead of just sitting back, laying back and making excuses, right, the more your mind figures out how to maximize what your potential is. So all in all, it means that both your mind and your body have to be in motion, but it all starts in the mind. It all starts you thinking and figuring things out. Obviously you'll need help, no doubt about that. You will need the guidance, there's no doubt about that, especially if you're a young man, whether you are you're a teenager, you're in your 20s, even in your 30s, and even elderly people, they still need guidance, they still need other people's experiences, they still need learning. But all that starts with the fact that if you want to continue to evolve, to continue to grow, you have to allow yourself to make and do the right choices by accepting that you need others to help you, right? And other things will then come into realization as you figure things out. And there's times that you will also need to separate yourself. You cannot always be a student. That's why even at school there are breaks. There are holidays, there are vacations. People take vacations, people take holidays. You need a break from your teachers, you need a break from your school. You also may need a break from your environment. Use these breaks, use these holidays to utilize your mind well. What you have learned throughout maybe school or throughout life, what are the things that has life taught you in the meantime? What is life basically trying to tell you about yourself, about your surroundings, about what you have learned throughout, right? And making the right choices so that you do not actually waste your brain basically. So the brain works like just any other tool to conclude things here and come to conclusion. It works just like any other tool, and you figure things out. And as men, usually we don't like using manuals, right? We don't like reading. We like trying to decipher things and figure things out, which is good because it feeds into our curiosity. It feeds into the need for knowledge. So use your mind to gain this knowledge. Question yourself. Question how you can best navigate those problems that you usually find yourself in. Problems for a man should be an opportunity problems should be opportunities for you to solve. And guess what? The more you solve problems in your life, the better you become. That's a rule. The better you become, the better you can make better decisions. And once you are able to make better decisions, then that's when your life starts getting better and better, because at the end of the day you figured out exactly what is needed from you and what your mind can offer the world, can offer you, and how to solve the problems that come your way. So remember, your mind or your brain is a terrible thing to waste. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy on things that don't matter. And this, I should emphasize, does not mean that you should not do things that you like, things that you find fun. Those are very crucial in life. Those are part of life. Those things are also there to help you grow, to really learn about yourself. Never neglect the things that you love, your hobbies, the fun times, the fun things that you love doing. But at the same time, we are not here to dwell on fun. Fun has its time. Fun has its place. And as we grow older, we take more responsibilities, and then we're supposed to teach or just ease on the fun stuff, right? Because as a man, responsibility is what creates us, right? And then fun is something we do just out of habit, just for relaxation, when we're relaxing and chilling, and that's it. Fun is for teenagers and boys who have the time to do it and probably have enough resources to do it. But our resources and our minds should be geared as men towards problem solving, toward responsibilities for us, ourselves, and others, and society at large. And that means that we need a healthy, very healthy mind, just as much as a healthy body. And with that said, peace to the gods.